What is up? What is up? What is up, YouTube? What's up, the world? It's your boys back again. The Party Chat Podcast back in the building, running late on Black Folks Time as usual. We'll wait for the rest of the cast members to hit us up, see if they're going to join tonight. Shout out to those guys. I think Hawk will jump in here in a minute. Black Onyx. Hashtag change the gamer tag back. I'm in this thing with my boy Tim Wayne. Ain't nothing but a chicken Wayne from Austin, Texas, baby. What's
You
up,
know
Tim
it.
Wayne? What you been up
Hey, the
to?
juice
What
is
you
fresh,
been
but
playing?
hey, I've been playing some games, man. I've been playing some mobile titles. You know what I'm saying? Been playing
Mobile
some.
titles. Hold on, please. Hold on. I don't mean to interrupt. This not in my character, but just let me know real quick before we jump into it. Just name the top mobile game you've been playing. I could probably name it, but I just want the world to hear it.
Well, the top one is Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.
Of course. Okay, my bad. Back to your introduction. My bad.
That's all good.
Mm,
But yeah, man, I just been playing some mobile titles.
mm,
Getting it
mm,
in.
mm,
I've been
mm,
waiting for this Dragon Ball mobile game that's came out. I want to say around CES of last year. I've
mhm.
been waiting on that to come out, so I got to play in a beta, and now the game is live, and I've just been playing and enjoying it, man. And I've been playing
Let me.
some Marvel Strike Force. That's different, you know. It's a
Okay,
RPG,
okay.
or wait, what's the proper term for it? I don't get it. The turn by turn strategy.
Turn,
You know
turn.
how they.
Oh, turn base.
There we go.
Turn
There
base
we go.
strategy.
Turn base.
Okay, I'm
Yeah, I
with you.
don't
I'm
play
with
those
you.
games. You can tell. You can tell I don't play those games.
Well, it's, you got to expand yourself, and I was once told you got to try everything once. The only thing I refuse to fucking try, excuse my language, YouTube, I'm already cussing. Um, is Rocky Mountain oysters. I can't do it. I will never do it. Don't ever try to trick me into eating that. I will punch you in the face if I find out you tricked me into eating that
Yep.
stuff. So,
Yo, that is oysters are disgusting.
well, Rocky Mountain oysters are disgusting. The real oysters are delicious, but
I don't get down with oysters. Period. How about that?
I feel you. So I'm gonna open my adult beverage while I get into my intro. First off, shout out to everybody that gave us some time throughout your week. We're still working at this thing. We don't really expect many people to join us live. If you do, that is wonderful. Please hit the like button as you join. Please subscribe. That helps the channel out. That helps me work
Please
harder.
do.
That helps the guys work harder. Um, we talk as much as we can about gaming during the week leading up to the podcast, and like I always say, we're going to get better. We're going to get better. It's going to take time. Everybody starts out small and then they continue to grow. My main thing is we want to keep giving you guys content every single week. We want to stay consistent. Even though we're on Black People's Time, we're going to improve. We're going to get better.
Colored people tab.
Black Folk Time. So please hit the like button. Please subscribe. And if you like to, hit the little bell. We'll try to upload clips. We'll try to, upload more podcasts. We'll try to upload some more videos. I got some things that, I'm working on in my mind. I'm going to share with the group offline. But just real quick, opened up my adult beverage, and I just want to give a shout out to the one hater out there that hit the dislike button, hit the thumbs down button last week on last week's
Yeah, you
podcast
fucking
video.
ball bag. You
Uh,
mooly.
no. It's all good, man. We appreciate you.
No.
We appreciate you even listening to
No.
us for 5 minutes. You are the reason we're working hard. So shout out to you, my man. I hope you hit the dislike button this week. At least that's one extra view we got for whatever time it take for you to listen to whatever we had to say, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to you. Now, on to
Quick
another
question.
topic.
Can you see the person that hit the dislike button?
No, I can't see, man. I wish they would leave a comment, something in the comment section. Let us know. Get at us. You can always get at me on Twitter at the Real Legend 4. You can shout out Tim Wayne at.
Tim Wayne. That's
Tim Wayne,
easy.
very easy. Very easy. You can get at me on Xbox Live, Legend 4. I mean, whatever. Send me a message. Let me know, man. Let me know where we can improve. So we appreciate the criticism, Everybody great has good criticism. That's what makes me go harder. So I appreciate that. Shout out to you, even though you're a hater. I appreciate that. So on the way home today, Tim Wayne, feeling great. I told myself I was gonna go back and listen to the the show from Xbox on Wednesday.
hmm
But I just didn't get an opportunity, man. I was listening again this Friday, some more, not really old school rap, but just in that heyday of our gaming. I always get lit on Fridays on the way home. I got that little 50-minute drive on the way to the house, and I tend to go back and listen to that music that we were listening to when we was gaming hard. I'm talking going hard from 8:30 in the afternoon to 4 o'clock in the morning on that Gears,
Yeah.
just getting
Yeah.
ridiculous. So, I was banging the Jeezy today. Shout out to to our boy, Killer Monkey Goat. That's the KMG for all you haters on Xbox Live. He's about done with this year teaching. So we're going to harass him, and maybe he'll join the podcast one night, and we'll get that guy Xbox Gold membership so he can get back in there with us. So shout out to him. Killer, shout
Yo,
out to you, baby.
it doesn't
What
have
up? Holla at
Xbox
your
Live
boy.
Gold.
No, he don't, bro. He don't, man.
Oh,
He has a hard job, man. Look at everything that's going on in the world today. This man got to worry about teaching knucklehead kids and worrying about, kids and their feelings coming up in the building shooting. So I mean, he got a lot on his plate, man. So shout out to him. No, hopefully he'll be able to join us at one point during the summertime when he's got a little bit of time. So, we'll harass him, get him a gold membership, and get him back gaming at least for a couple of months during the summer. So. Shout out to you, man. I was listening to that Jeezy, Tim Wayne, and he popped in my head. He's probably the only one of a few white guys that we know that could probably kill that album word for word. So
word for word.
word for word, word for
That and the
word,
dedication too. The
man, word for
dedication
word.
too.
So
Oh man.
yeah, good times, man. 8 hours, 6 hours, putting in work on the Gears with the kid. So saying
Shout
that,
out to
man,
that Gears 5 leak though.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Man.
yeah. We're gonna dive into that a little bit more, but we'll see if Hawk shows up. Now I know that you watched um Microsoft stream on Wednesday. Can you
Yes, I did.
speak to what you saw? And it kind of goes back to what we talked about previous week was the lackluster Sony presentation that everybody thinks is going to take place. But I got a different opinion about this. I've been pondering on that Sony thing, but I'll let you speak about the Xbox event on Wednesday. Just kind of dive into it. Give me some quick hitters of what you saw and what you liked and what you didn't like.
Well, I mean, of course, we all know what the main focus was this week, which is State of Decay 2, which comes out on Tuesday.
Yeah, but I'm
You could
real
get
quick. I'm
the
seeing people play it right now. I've seen one of my favorite YouTubers
yes, people are currently playing the
playing
game.
it.
I was kind of butthurt this morning. I'm not gonna lie, but I checked the Xbox Game Pass, which I think is amazing. I think everybody should get. I was planning on downloading the game, but it
Mm.
doesn't seem like it's available. I'm kind of confused on it because I'm seeing a lot of people playing it right now. Even on
Here,
Mixer, as we speak, there's over two pages, so about 20 or 30 people playing the game right now
yeah,
on Mixer.
I saw ACG. He tweeted out, a guy that we kind of like, and we kind of share his thinking process when it comes to how you should rate games. If y'all don't know
Yeah.
ACG on YouTube, check him out. He does quick reviews. He does the international podcast. So he's a good dude, man. But I'm flipping through my phone looking for his tweet. I can't find it like a jerk. But he was tweeting out that something about playing the game. Damn, am I losing power? Okay. Uh, I think you have to have that collector's edition, which is like, I don't know, $50. I think
Yeah,
it
it's
was.
$50. 49. Yeah, 49.99. So $50. Some tax,
You get that.
55.
You get that early access. So you know about that. Y'all. I think y'all did that. What, for Battlefield maybe?
Yeah, that was pretty much the deal, man. The week that Battlefield, well, that's pretty much the standard now, right? Because games went from dropping on Tuesday to dropping on Friday. Um, which would what would really happen is that people would drop the collector's edition on Friday
Hmm.
and then drop the regular edition on Tuesday. And
Right.
they got that from DVD sales. A lot of people don't realize this, but the digital copy comes out first. That's always at least a week or two in advance. You get the digital version, and then a couple weeks later, the hard version, the hard copy, comes out. If you want to pick that up, on disc.
Hmm.
So, I mean, the video game industry fell suit. They did the bigger editions. You got early access. You didn't get the
Yeah.
early access. Cool. You just wait a couple days and get the regular edition.
The standard. So
Yeah.
that was the main focus.
Right.
I
That was the
did
main focus.
kind of catch some talk about the Halo game that was from what I understood, it's supposed to be a Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, it's a Dave and Buster's exclusive game. It
What
sets
the
place.
fuck? Come on, baby.
I mean, hey
The
man.
exclusive only at Dave and Buster's. You say I can't get this
No,
shit on my console? Well, go
no,
ahead,
you
go ahead.
cannot.
I'm
You
real
cannot.
salty right
Now,
now.
I don't know where this takes place, but it's a co-op game. I believe it takes place during Halo 1.
Okay, okay.
And like I said before, it's a co-op game, so two more than one person can play. I believe it's anywhere from 2 to 4 possibly.
Yeah.
um so I mean, they touched on it, they went in real detail about it, but I'm not a Halo guy, so I know that's gonna piss a lot of people off, but I've really never been into first person shooters like that. And not to jump off topic, but do you remember that conversation we had earlier this week about the major title that could possibly be delayed
Yeah.
until
I could
2020?
I couldn't see anything. I never found anything. Like I was saying, man, we were pretty busy this week, man. It was just, work related stuff. But did you find out what game it was?
It sounds like from the research that I've been doing that it could be Borderlands 3,
Hmm. Well,
which is not good. That's
I,
not good.
I'll jump into that a little bit later. I got something I want to touch on why that may be, but yeah, we'll touch on that. I saw the Black Panther. I didn't see. I mean, I've seen the Black Panther. It leaked on Twitter a couple of weeks ago, but I know they talked about it on the show. I didn't get to see it. Is it a Xbox One X Black Panther edition or is it a S? So
It's an Xbox One X, and
oh, damn.
I believe the site is called My Xbox or Xbox One X Black Panther Sweepstakes.com. You can enter in to get a one of 5 Xbox One X exclusive uh, Black
Oh,
Panther Xbox One X's.
so
So
there's only
I've
five.
been doing it. There's only 5. Yeah, I've been doing it. And I've
Well, why don't
been
they just sell it, mug? Like, yo, like seriously,
because
like
because
if
people
you
will
could
get.
have that versus the God of War PS Pro, which one would you
I'll
take? I
go
mean,
with the
they're
Black
both free.
Panther.
They're both free. Like, which one? Like, set your fandom aside real quick and just let's be
I
honest.
like
Which
Black
one would you
Panther.
do? Okay. I'm not gonna push you on that. I mean,
The God of War
everybody's
4 or the God of War 4 PS Pro or the Black Panther Xbox One?
yeah.
Have you seen the Black Panther Xbox One? Have
I
you
mean,
seen it?
I seen it. I seen it. Yeah, I seen it.
That shit
I
is
seen pictures.
crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
we all know things are more hyped when there's not a large quantity of that. Now, there's going to be one of 5. If I won one, do you know what I would do? I would get in contact with like Michael B. Jordan or get in contact with Chadwick Boseman. I'll sell that shit to him. I'll just like
They have one. You know they got one for real.
they probably do, but I
Yeah,
mean, why
they have
not?
one, man. I feel
Why
you
not
on
try
that.
to sell it?
So okay, so what else did they cover? I know there was some Forza content they went over.
They covered some Forza content, not really big on the Forza, so I kind of half-assed it. Now,
Yeah.
what they did cover, and I want to kind of give a lot of praise to Xbox, and I think I talked to you earlier about it, is the new controller that they launched for people with disabilities. I
Okay.
think this
Yeah. Let's
is
go into it a little bit.
fantastic. So,
Something different.
it's on sale. It's already
Hmm.
on sale.
Hmm.
And it's just that it just kind of hit home with me because working in the game industry and your experience in the game industry, you come in contact with all different types of people. You know, we all have come into contact with, people that play in the military and, they either suffer from like PTSD or they suffer from some type of, ailment from being in the army, man. And it's just
Hmm.
like, that's the majority of the people that I've met, working in the game industry have been, people from the military or something of that nature. But I've also met people that, have been in, serious car wrecks or had something, catastrophic happen to them, some type of cancer or something that hindered them from, not necessarily living the normal life that they once had. And the fact that Microsoft um, had took the time to develop something like this is just, I think, is great. And I really got to take my hats off to them for being forward thinking, and being progressive in this area. I really think it's really dope. Um, One thing I wanted to touch on with the controller, now the controller is kind of pricey, but the thing about it is that it is pretty much compatible with any third party uh, thing that you can plug into it. It has every button that's on the controller has a USB port to where you can map that button out, or you can map, any of the USB ports out to any button on the controller. And I
Yeah.
think that's fucking amazing.
Hmm.
They went into a little bit of detail. This gentleman, he was playing. He has cerebral palsy,
Cerebral
which
palsy.
means, yeah. So his movement is limited. So on his left side, he's just fine. But when it comes to his right hand and him moving his right hand, he's having a little bit of difficulty, keeping up and being able to move like he once did in the past. So he was able to map out the buttons and make it easier for him to play, the games that he loves. So you can see him playing the video game, and he has
Yeah.
a controller in one hand where he's moving the D-pad in his left hand, and he's able to map out the buttons on with the new controller and on to the right, and you can see him, being able to access the buttons as if he was to play with one controller. Uh, I can't go into more detail on how dope that is. Being able to let people that don't necessarily, they can't, do the things that they once did, or people that um, haven't been able to play video games in the past, they're now able to do it. I think so. I got to give hats off to them, man. I thought that was super dope.
do we see Sony develop something like this for people? I mean,
I honestly, I hope
supposedly
so.
the industry leader as far as like console sales. So, would you like to see something from them? Would it
I
be
would like to see something from them
it,
in
it'd be the
with the
right
fact of
thing to
the.
do?
I think so, man. I think everybody needs to do this, man. Like this is this is the forward thinking stuff that we looked at years ago. I remember when we looked at the Connect and like how we thought the Connect was going to be so great. And for a moment, it was. I think it had its day in the sun. Now it's not. It was short lived, but it had its day in the sun, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I want to say the same thing with PlayStation Move. PlayStation Move was. It was. I wouldn't say it was revolutionary because it was like it was. It kind of reminded me of the Wii U or of the Wii, but it was still forward. They were still moving forward
yeah.
with this type of technology. Same thing with the Nintendo with the Wii U with the Wii. I thought, and I still think that was a phenomenon. Like when the Wii came out, that
Yo,
stuff didn't
we
stay on
couldn't keep those
shelves. I mean,
things in the stores, man. We could not
it was
keep it.
crazy.
They was
It's
calling
crazy.
every day. I was like, we don't have them. Anytime FedEx guy would show up, you open up the box. I would open up the box and it'd be like two of them in there. They'd be instantly gone. I had Dustin, I think, calling me from Pflugerville, Harish and them calling Pflugerville, looking for these things, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. So I think that's awesome that they're doing that. Just switching topics real quick to the No Man's Sky. I know you're not a big first person. I don't think you bought No Man's Sky when it first came out. That was mainly
Nah.
myself and Onyx hyping that up. The whole reason we bought a goddamn PlayStation was for that game. But
Yep, I
I saw
remember.
I saw that he was on there talking about the Xbox One version.
Yeah.
So I will say I'm a little excited about that, man. I'll kind of wait and see. I'll have a tough time paying $60 for it if that's what it's gonna release at. The price point it's gonna release
I'm
at.
hoping for you that it's not $60. I'm really hoping that it's 29.99. That game needs to be 29.99. I get it, it's a remaster. You're making the game better. You've done significant upgrades. You're making things more visible for people that you first introduced to us. What is it? 2 years ago now,
Yeah,
when that game come out. 2 years
yeah,
ago.
something like that.
Um,
I
so
don't know. I lost track of time.
I'm
I stopped playing
hoping
that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm hoping that that's what that game is. I'm hoping that it's a good price point because what if it's I don't necessarily know how many I know it's going to be multiplayer. I don't know
Yeah,
how many people are going to be able to play, but I mean, if it's 29.99, I don't think it would hurt if it's
that's the
twenty
sweet
nine ninety
spot.
nine versus. That's a sweet spot, man. If you're gonna
Yeah.
remaster a game, um, in a super short period of time, at
I've
least
been
make it to where it is affordable.
I've been fighting with myself, looking at that Hellblade, rocking back and forth every time I go to the store. Rocking back and forth in my game with Tiro, about to hit the purchase button, and then I say, "No, just wait. It's gonna go on sale. Just hold up, hold up, hold up." So we had some more news drop, for the Call of Duty fans out there.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
Black
Call of
Ops
Duty.
4, no campaign. Call of Duty fans react. How do you feel? With all the God of War accolades that it received, now you have this major game. And I've never played. I mean, I kind of played a little bit of Black Ops.
Uh-huh.
The campaign, I never got into the multiplayer. Like I was burnt out after Modern Warfare with the multiplayer. I mean, we were spending way
Really?
too much time playing that. Um, but
Burnt
I was
out?
playing the
Like
call. Yeah, yeah. On Call of Duty, I'm burnt out, bro. Except for that, people hated this last one. The man, not Future Soldier. What the hell was the name of that one?
the World
This
War II?
last
I
one.
thought people liked it.
No, not that one. The one before that
Oh,
one.
do you mean the Titanfall ripoff?
Yeah, man. I'm a Titanfall fan, man. Say,
Yeah,
I'm
they hated that game.
they did hate it, but I like
They-
that shit. Yo, when you in the spaceship, and you out there
yeah,
blasting, say, man, oh my
yo,
god.
they hated that game.
I
But you know
was
what's
like,
crazy? I went to Walmart a couple days ago, and that game is still $50.
yo, if you can
So they
find
don't.
your local Redbox, you can get that game for 14.99 right now. No lie. No lie.
Wow.
No lie.
$14. Listen, $14 for a Call of Duty game, that's worth the buy. I
It's,
will
it's, it's,
I
it's
$14
not bad.
is not that's not
It's,
bad. I can't
it's not bad.
even really knock that. I
I,
can't.
I, I own that game. You know, I don't buy many Call of Duty games, but I do own that one. So I got lots of gaming to do over the summer. But yeah, man, this Black Ops 4, no campaign, so that's definitely
No
not a purchase for
campaign.
me.
No
Definitely not a
campaign.
purchase for me.
And you know
Definitely.
what? I remember the few times that I did play Call of Duty, the story mode wasn't bad. The story
No,
mode
it's
was
not.
actually pretty good.
But here's the thing. They could if they try to run. I'm gonna be extra upset. I'm not gonna say it's not a purchase. I'm gonna say it's a wait and see. And here's why. If they run that Black Ops 4 up there and say that game is $65 for no story, this is campaign only, my eyes will probably roll out my damn head. Like, you got to be kidding me. You know, we talked about it back then when EA got slaughtered for the
Yeah, they got
for the
massacred for that.
Battlefront stuff. So
Yep.
now they finna run Black Ops out there, and I'm curious to see if we're gonna see a double standard.
No,
You know,
listen, you know that other than that one game that
mhm,
came out last year for the Call of
mhm.
Duty franchise, they can do no wrong.
But
So
listen,
people are still gonna play it. They're gonna have a battle royale mode. You know
mhm,
they introduced that, right? Like they're introducing a
I
battle
know that.
royale mode. They didn't really go into specifics on like how big it's gonna be, but they're gonna have a battle royale mode. And right now, we all know those games, battle royale games, Fortnite, PUBG. They're picking up a lot of steam on mobile. I'm seeing a lot of kids running around playing PUBG on mobile. I'm seeing a lot of kids playing Fortnite on mobile. Whether it's iPad, iPhone, whatever, they're playing it, and
Ugh.
they're playing for a long period of time. And you know what happens when you play the mobile titles. You know the main thing that they're gonna push is microtransactions, and you know that's probably how they're killing it.
I mean,
That's how they kill it.
they rolling in money with those microtransactions. I
Yep.
mean, it's a great business model if that's if that's what you're into. If I owned
Yeah.
a video game franchise, hell, I'd be trying to, you know, insert microtransactions if I'm looking at it from the business end. But
Oh yeah.
as far as like myself, I'm not big into microtransactions. You know, uh, I do enjoy Rocket League and the loot crate system there. I have a hard time paying for the keys, but it's one of my favorite
Those loot
games,
crate
and
system is hard. Like I don't get that loot crate system. It's very weird.
it's random. It's a slot machine. So, Black Ops 4, man, is that a buy for you? You know,
No,
this
that's a
is.
hard no for me, dog. You already know I'm not playing that. You already know I don't play the like. Listen, I'm bummed out because they haven't really given us a heads up if Borderlands 3 is actually going to be pushed back um to
Well,
2020. But
let's see.
that's the only three like non 3D, I guess, first person shooter game I've ever beaten. Like I love
Borderlands.
everything. I
Borderlands
love
is
the
the truth.
randomness. I love the fact that I could be playing. You could just hop in whenever, and you may be able to find something in your game that you couldn't find in yours, or you'll be able to find a different type of gun, or yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the wittiness of the clap
Oh shit.
traps and the all the different types of stuff, man. I like. It's just you could tell they put time and effort into that game. Now, like you said, I'm gonna kind of steal from what you said. What you would say is that if it's gonna make the game better, then I'm kind of all for it because I don't want to rush a product out there. I don't think that Borderlands can afford to do that, even though they have a cult following. I think the way games are now, you can't put out a bad product.
No,
I didn't.
I'm gonna push back on that just a little bit. I'm gonna say if it's a Microsoft game,
Okay.
if it's an EA game or if it's an Activision game, and it's not ready, they're getting crushed.
They're gonna get. Yeah, the game is gonna be $20 in 2 months.
If it's hashtag readiness awaits,
yeah, I mean,
it'll get all the praise. I have strong opinions about that, but I'm with you. I just pulled it up, and yes, it says Borderlands 3 delayed to 2020? Question mark.
That hurts.
Well, it's a question mark. It says, Take-Two may have just delayed Borderlands 3. So possibly Borderlands 3 or something else they were working on. Now, Borderlands 3 is a day fucking one purchase for me. Day one.
Yeah, I'm looking for limited edition stuff, and like
I hate I didn't grab that limited edition with the crate the last time. For Borderlands 2, you remember that they released the one with the crate.
I remember that. Yeah, I had the crates, and you could.
I think the
and it popped
Jack,
out.
Yeah,
the Handsome Jack had the claptrap in it.
Yeah, I hate it. I missed that. I missed out on that one. So
you didn't, because the GameStop where I live, there is an actual Borderland. There's a Handsome Jack collection that's there. That's $49.
Oh, shit. Originally, my second favorite store. We're gonna get into that. I actually visited my second favorite store today. Shout out! I'm gonna give a shout out to them here in a minute.
Best Buy?
No, GameStop. You said it was at GameStop or Best Buy?
No, it's at GameStop. It's definitely at GameStop.
Okay, I already have the.
By the way, if you haven't, I have it too. I got it when it went backwards compatible. When they announced it, I went and caught it on sale for like dirt cheap. I think people were normally paying like anywhere from 17 to 24. I caught it for like $9. Yeah,
that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, so
I jumped on that.
I'm on.
I just wish I could get my Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Yeah, I wish I could get my Marvel vs. Capcom 2 from my digital library on the Xbox 360. I think that needs to come on over for you guys at home.
53, bruh.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so hold on. This is what I'm talking about right here. So I get it. Like I could share my screen, but I'm not gonna get these. I can't give them free advertising right now. You want to advertise?
No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Before somebody else pick that up.
Send me the paperwork. Second favorite store. Send me the paperwork. We gonna do it, but this shit ain't for free.
You gonna put it on hold,
baby?
Hey man, put it on hold.
Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna check availability real quick.
So when they come in the morning, they see that they're gonna put that on hold for you.
Let me see if it's currently available on.
They will transfer that bad boy out. They will, they'll transport that boy to a different store. So is that? I guess that's why everybody's playing. I mean, but if it's included with Game Pass, if the game is included with Game Pass, don't we get access to that game early?
No, we don't. For us to get,
that pisses me off, man.
For us to get it, we have to pay the collector's edition. Pay for that collector's edition, which is really not. I mean, it is, but it's not like you get like a mask and all this here stuff. So
That hurts. That sucks. Because I assumed that Game Pass was going to allow you to get early access. And that's
bro,
not seen to be the case.
They done shipped that bad boy out of this thing. Oh, it's gone.
Oh, it's gone?
I typed in the zip code where I'm at and then the zip code in Austin and no, sir.
Oh, they got rid of it. Oh, that's whack. I'll double check for you tomorrow morning. I'll go look on that. Double check.
But yeah. So Xbox, you know, I don't really expect a whole lot from these shows. I was waiting to see if Hawk jump, but he looks like he's not. We talked via text message about the Sea of Thieves. Looks like the Hungering Deep trailer they dropped, and it was supposed to come out today, but I think it leaked. I guess they dropped it on Inside Xbox. Or some new content. And I don't know. It can't be paid. I absolutely got to drop this for free, but it looks like it's going to be the Megalodon, and you'll have to play music to summon it. Is what I was reading into it. Like, so I don't know if you've seen that trailer.
No, I didn't. So, I don't think I was paying attention to see that.
Here's the thing, man. Everybody that was hyped up about the God of War, man, it's an afterthought.
Right.
The hype is over. You have this game that everybody says, you know, is trash, is not that fun, is hashtag diabetic gaming for my favorite YouTuber. It's still going strong now. Granted, I haven't fired it up, but there's people still playing that game, and while there's people still playing God of War, that's only going to be for a little while longer, man. It ain't that many selfies you can fucking take in God of War. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, what are we doing? We some grown ass men taking selfies in a video game.
Kratos smiling.
God damn it, that anti-social gaming they doing over there. But it is what it is, man. Moving on. What I wanted to say is I've been going and picking up like older 360 games at my favorite store, and my second favorite store. I went in last week, and I think me and you talked about it a little bit on the way home. I think it was like Tuesday. I went into a pawn shop and I picked up a couple of titles. I picked up the Ninja Gaiden 3. It was in decent condition. And I also picked up Rage. I want to talk about Rage specifically because I think that is the reason that we're seeing the delay in the Borderlands game. Now, the Rage is, I didn't play it when it first came out. I saw it, you know, we were pre-ordering it at the time. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know what else came out around that time that took us away from Rage. It is a first person, so I know it's not
quite a few games that came out when Rage came out. I think it was really just popping.
A lot of people like this game.
Remember, man. Yeah, it's a cult. It's got a cult following, just like Borderlands and all those other different types of games. Man, it's got a strong following. But Deuces or Daces, however you say it, I want to say Deuces X has the same type of following. You know what I mean? Like, those people champion that game. They pay their money, and that's how they're able to get these sequels to come out. But
it released,
I don't remember,
October of 2011.
That's 2011.
When it came out.
October 2011. That's Gears of War 3, my man.
Are we sure?
Gears of War. It's either Gears of War 2 or Gears of War 3. 2011.
Yeah, if it has some tough competition.
That was, and then you got to think that's the beginning of the fourth quarter, man. That's hard. You know what I'm saying? You said October 2011.
Yeah. Yeah,
You got to
October
think about what
2011.
came out. You got to think about what's going to come out that in that month. NBA 2K came out.
Ace Combat, Assassin's Creed, Batman Arkham. These are the games it was up against in November? Or no, this is just 2011. Battlefield, Call
Yeah,
of Duty, Dead Space, you're right, Deus Exes, Dragon Age, damn. Fear, Forza, Gears of War. Oh yeah, it
yeah,
was no wonder. No
yeah,
wonder The Witcher, Saints Row, Red Faction. Oh man. Oh
yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's that's a tough lineup, my man.
Yeah. So if it was really up against these games, yeah, I can see it. Uncharted 3? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No wonder it slipped through the cracks. We was going hard during that year.
yeah.
It was a
Dude,
good
Batman.
year.
I was definitely on Batman.
Yeah.
Definitely on the Gears. That's when I got back into 2K. Um, when they put Michael Jordan on the front cover, because remember that was the first
Mhm.
time Michael Jordan was on the front cover of anything in a
Oh
long
man,
time.
we was playing that game tough.
Yeah,
Tough.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that kind of slipped through the cracks.
So, but
Yeah, especially
I
with the
picked it up.
Batman. Yeah.
I picked it up. I'm gonna touch on it. It's a combo of Borderlands and damn, it's on top of my tongue. I can't even. This Michelob Ultra is tasting delicious. It's right on my tongue. I can't. The goddamn Road Warrior game. God damn it.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Damn.
I
Beyond
remember. I
Thunderdome.
was
Beyond Thunderdome with Tina Turner. What's the name of that movie?
Mad
Road
Max.
Warrior. There you go. Mad Max and Rage. I mean Mad Max
Yo,
and
Mad Max is
Borderlands.
Mad.
It's
Oh, okay. You're
it's
talking about the design. Okay, I was gonna say Mad
not
Max
a,
is definitely Game Pass, and I remember you playing the heck out of that game.
well, the Rage is a combination of Borderlands and Mad Max, and so
Okay.
this next one they that next game leaked out, and everybody saw that, and that it does look sick. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna try to go
Now,
back and
is
play a
this
little bit of
Rage
the
the
Rage.
original Rage game? Is this multiplayer?
No, no,
No.
it's a single player, campaign driven, single player experience. And it's backwards compatible. I don't know if it's enhanced or not, but I know that it's backwards compatible, so I'll be playing on the X. I picked up Ninja Gaiden, however you say it. For everybody out there, I pronounce it Gaiden. So I
I
picked up
pronounce it
three.
game. Okay.
Three.
I didn't.
Uh,
Ninja Gaiden 3 was pretty bad. I remember that was a first day purchase for me, and I was highly upset.
Well, I played it. I didn't like it. I'm gonna try it again and see. I think it's gonna end up on the list as backwards compatible. I think, and then also with this whole Sega thing, with Microsoft, hanging out with Sega a lot more. I picked up the Binary Domain. I really wanted to buy it the day it released, but I think it got like some bad reviews, so I paused on it. But I picked it up. But
Mhm.
I think it's also going to be one of those games that's eventually backwards compatible. So, I grabbed that today actually, when I was out in the field. So shout out to my man George, which you don't get this very often at my second favorite store, GameStop. Shout out to you, George. If you ever come across the podcast, my man, I should have told him, but another customer walked in. But I'm pretty sure I run into him again. He was a real cool dude, man. And shout out to you at the Lakeline GameStop out there. He was one of the first GameStop employees that I spoke to that preferred the Xbox. So when he said that, my eyes kind of raised, like, that's you don't usually get that from the GameStop employees. They usually push that PlayStation on you. So I was real
Yeah,
surprised. We talked for like a couple of minutes about Xbox, and he preferred it, and he liked the backwards compatibility. So real cool dude. So shout out to you. I'm gonna give him a good survey, man. Go on and take that survey and um, give him some kudos. Shout out to him.
cool. And
My
you get
my
a chance at a
lifetime my
$500 gift card.
lifetime value. I'm real like I'm looking at it sideways. It don't. My lifetime value is like $268. Like I'm like, come on now. We've been
Mine is
doing this
way
for a
over
long
that.
time.
Mine is way over that.
Come on, GameStop. We've been doing this for a long time. What's really going on? So I
I
mean,
right
I'm
now
picking it up.
I have 75,000 points right now that I
Not the
can
points,
use.
not the points, not the points. If you pull your receipt and look at it, it says your lifetime value, and it's a dollar amount. It's not the points. I be using the
Okay.
hell out of my points,
Because I
but
just used 25,000 points to buy a gift card for my little cousin for his birthday. So
you be
uh,
in that thing, man. Not myself. I'm kind of
no,
Paul.
and
It's my
you know
second
what's
favorite store.
crazy is that I for some reason I don't mind um and this is probably way against GameStop policy, but
Mhm.
when I see these kids going into these GameStops and they're trying to trade in these games and they're getting like the bare minimum,
Yeah,
I always offer, especially if there's like a single parent or for a fact that like they only got X amount of dollars to spend. I'll lend them my account so that they can get that 30% to get Assassin's Creed or whatever game that's coming out or whatever out. I don't have a problem letting them use my account so that
yeah.
their kid can get that extra boost because it helps me out in
Well,
the long
it's
run
a
too.
yeah, it's a win-win. You get the you get the point. It's a win-win. I mean, It's my second favorite store. So, well, it's a good store. They're doing big things over there. But I want to jump into E3. That's the title of the show. We're gonna spend about 15 minutes on this thing, and we get out of here, and let you go hit the hookah lounge up. I'm gonna go down here and eat some chicken and rice, and probably watch some more Black Panther or play some Rocket League. Shout out to my boy Gamer who's MIA. I'm looking around on the friends list like, yo, what's up with Gamer? He been missing for like 2 weeks, yo.
2 weeks
Looking at
gone.
looking,
Haven't heard from him.
looking at my phone, waiting on him to call. He ain't hit me back. Like, yo, he said I'm gonna
Not
call you
active in
back.
the
I'm
chat.
like,
No nothing. No nothing. No gifts. No laughing at people getting cracked on or nothing.
nothing,
Just
nothing, just MIA. Don't know. I have to shoot. I'm have to suit up, and me and Siobhan gonna have to roll out there and make sure everything's cool. But my man ain't here to defend himself, so I'm gonna leave that is leave that where that is. But speaking of E3, man, we know that Sony is gonna be lackluster. Let's jump in. Um, so we know we're getting the Forza, we're getting the new Gears. We're probably gonna finally see the Crackdown.
you
We
think
know that
so?
they at least got they're getting the Laura Croft for a year, I think it is. So I know. Remember the league, the Walmart league. Thank you,
Yeah.
Canada.
There's a
Walmart.
bunch of games,
Walmart.
but there's a bunch of stuff that we had
Um,
already seen or have known was going to come out. Other than, I mean, I didn't know about Rage 2.
no,
But
that one was a surprise.
yeah, that was definitely a surprise. But we kind of knew. We knew. I mean, you haven't beat Gears yet, have you? Gears 4?
No, man. I'm still a little salty about that. But it is what it is, right? We had
Yeah, I
the
mean,
Splinter Cell. which I think that's a timed exclusive for Microsoft, right? You want to play
Right.
that? You gotta have an Xbox. We
How
getting
pissed
the
off would
Division
people
Two,
be?
which
How pissed off would people be if Splinter Cell was Xbox only? Whoo, they would be hot.
I mean, they would be, but it's just like, and even yourself felt this way, right? If we're being honest, like the Metal Gear, you preferred initially when we talked about it to play Metal
On the
Gear on
PlayStation.
PlayStation. It was
Right.
just something about just didn't set right with you. It's the same thing, right? People know when they think Sam Fisher, when they think Splinter Cell, they think Xbox, right? It
Yep.
eventually went to PlayStation, but that was one of the games that made me go out and buy an Xbox. And
Yeah.
so, I think it's the same. So I think it's going to be timed. I'm not sure. I'm speculating. I don't have any people on the inside. I just, it's going to be timed for a year maybe, and that'll be cool. That's a good thing for my platform of choice.
Yeah.
Um, so Splinter Cell, the Division's been leaked. Just Cause
Yeah.
4, The Last of Us 2, you know, Borderlands was leaked, and then obviously we got the news about that being pushed back.
Yep.
Um,
Sure did.
Here's 5. That's got to be the biggest thing. I mean, what else
See, that's why
could?
I tell you got to finish Gears of War 4.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how far you got in Gears of War 4, but that game was it got a lot of high ratings, but it was overlooked to me. It was overlooked. We did have a lot of games that came out that year, but I just feel like a lot of people will just kind of shit it on it.
Because it's an Xbox game. Real talk. It's
Yeah,
Xbox game, so people can do that.
yeah. I
People
think
are going to do that. So I mean, I'll wait. We got a few weeks out, and I think stuff will be leaking more. If I had to say which one I'm more excited about, I'm going to say Microsoft. But I kind of wanted to get your opinion on this because I think last week we talked about how Sony is a wait and see company, right? They let these other
yeah,
out these things first, right? And then they pick and choose what they want to do based off the success of other companies, whether it be PC doing the whole VR first. They waited for Microsoft to see how their online service being, charging users for online service, right? Where they both, Microsoft and Sony, reacted with the whole Avatar things when they saw how the Wii was taking off, right? So I think Sony is playing possum here, man. They leaked some news that they're only going to focus on 4 games or whatever. I'm kind of in the
yep.
middle here. I kind of think that it may be true, but everything that I've seen in the past would lead you to believe that Sony is posturing. They're playing possum here.
Really.
I think you have to be careful.
You brought this up last week. You think that they're
I think they're
setting
playing.
people up for the okie
Yeah,
doke?
yeah. I think so, man. I think what you're gonna see is you're gonna see them announce backwards compatibility. Microsoft did it first, right? You're gonna see
Okay.
them. They're gonna announce that, and then they're also gonna announce a couple exclusive games that we don't know about, right? I do kind of still feel like there's a chance they talk about PlayStation 5. I think it's smarter them to release that weeks in advance to see how the fans react and see how the buzz dies down around their games. Like nothing I think they blew their load with God of War, right? God of War is the peak,
Right.
the climax for this year for them. You know, there was all this build up to God of War. Now you reach the peak, God of War, and now we're coming down the backside of that fucking mountain, and you
Right.
got, Detroit ain't buzzing like God of War. Been pushed back, ain't buzzing.
Yeah.
Nobody's really even talking about Spider-Man anymore.
I
As opposed to the
mean,
other side, hear me out. You got They started off slow, and here we go. It's going up, right? And I
okay.
think the Gears 5 will be released, in
Yeah.
the winter, right around November. And you got all these games building up to it, right? We had
Fourth quarter.
um,
Yes. Fourth
Sea of
quarter.
Thieves, Sea of Thieves. You had, we have the game on Tuesday, right? State of Decay, and then we'll get Crackdown. We'll get Forza. You see where I'm going? You're getting
Are we
all
getting
these
crackdown this
bangers.
year? Are we getting
I think, yeah. I mean,
crackdown
we
this
know
year?
we know Borderlands is not coming, so I think that game Crackdown's coming. That's all exclusive to Microsoft. Now we know Gears. We know the Tomb Raider is exclusive, I think, for a year, or at least going to be shown on Microsoft stage. We know
Mm-hmm.
that the EA time for the Destiny killer game. God dang it.
Anthem.
Anthem. Gonna be shown on Microsoft stage. We know
Yep.
that Sam Fisher is gonna be shown on Microsoft stage. So you got all these bangers here. I can keep going. The list goes on and on and on. But here's where I think we gotta be very careful. On the other side, you have backwards compatibility, PlayStation 5, and I think they're gonna have their first game that they push multiplayer exclusive, because they don't have a multiplayer game that says, speaks to gamers to say, hey, come play this game on our system, right? Because Destiny's dead, right? They killed
Right.
themselves. Now think
Yeah.
about
Destiny
this.
is done for.
I think this proves my point more, how Sony's a wait and see, right? So last gen you had Cliffy B, right? Last gen
Okay.
we had Cliffy B. Last gen we had the gold subscription, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last gen they started Netflix on this side. Last gen
Yeah.
we had the Connect. Last gen the membership.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can just keep going. Last gen, Microsoft was setting trends, right?
Yeah.
I think they introduced the TV maybe a little later, trying to do TV with the Sling a little later. And
Yeah.
then everybody killed Microsoft for most of these things, right? And so
They
Sony
did.
looked at Microsoft and said, we need to do that the next gen. While Microsoft's trying new things, Sony came in. What did they do?
Mm-hmm.
They got Bungie. What do we know
Yeah.
Bungie for? Halo, right? They struck a
Exactly.
deal for the content for Destiny, even though Microsoft told Bungie no, that's on them. But Sony scooped them up. They had exclusive content for a year, right? That worked out pretty well for them. That was their multiplayer game that everybody played over there,
Yeah.
excluding the Call of Duties and Battlefields, right?
Right.
So they snatched that. They snatched the gold membership. They started charging people for gold membership, right? They started
Yeah.
doing the TV, which I'm a big fucking fan of PlayStation View. I love my PlayStation View. I watch more fucking TV on my PlayStation than I play games on it. It's crazy. So
Jeez.
they took that from Microsoft. You see where I'm going here? So they wait and see. They watch Microsoft, then they react, and they run their little games out there, and they claim to be the greatest. But you can't be the greatest if you're not versatile. If you can't do it all, baby, you gotta be able to play defense, score. You gotta be able to rebound. You know what I'm saying? You
You're
gotta
on
be
a
able to do it
full-fledged attack
all.
right now. You're on a
I am.
full-fledged attack right now.
My bad. I still love you, Sony, but you can't be hashtag greatness. Oh wait, you can't be. I'm feeling myself. Michelob Ultra, I feel you, baby. So I say that to say They took the goal. They ran with the TV. They ran the Netflix numbers out there. Everybody watching Netflix on their shit.
Yep.
They ran and got Bungie, and they also ran and grabbed Cliffy B with the Lawbreakers. Bruh, they waiting and seeing what Microsoft doing first. So I say that to say this. I think you'll get backwards compatibility. You'll get an
Mhm.
exclusive multiplayer cooperative experience on the Sony side, right?
Okay.
But I do think that we will see Fable on the Microsoft side.
Ooh,
And
shut your mouth. Shut
I
your mouth
think
right now.
if they show that, that will make people happy because I people
Hell
loved
yeah.
Fable 2. But they didn't
Fable
love Fable 3 as
2.
much. Fable 2 was a
I
big
love
thing.
both of them, honestly, equally.
So Microsoft can show that off, man. I think I'm just getting chill bumps just thinking about the show. Like we just named off, all those games on the Microsoft side, bruh. We're, we're talking about big games.
I'm all for it, man. If they drop a Fable game,
We're looking real good, man.
man.
We're looking real good. So I mean, I just want to take that into the week and let's think about that. And let's speak on that this week, and we got let's do better, man. Let's try to do something on Wednesday. Let's try to mix it up. We'll do maybe something on Wednesday, and then again on Friday, and we'll let's get some facts together. We're always trying to do better. Um, with that being said, man, I'll lead your outro to you, and then I'll follow up. Anything you want to know? Anything what you're gonna be playing this
Uh,
weekend? Are you gonna go ahead and grab that State of Decay Collector's Edition? Or are you gonna hold off? You gonna play some more Madden? What
I'm
what are we doing?
I'm gonna hold off. Now I'm gonna hold off, and the reason why I'm gonna hold off, and I may be just a prisoner of the moment, but people are really the reviews on this game isn't that hot, so um,
You can't take
it's kind of
you can't take the
you really
reviews,
can't.
man. You can't.
You
The
can't. You
reviews are
really can't.
skewed. God of War got all tens, man. It's not a 10 in my personal opinion. It's just not. I mean, I can't think
Somebody's
of
gonna whip your
a
ass.
10. I
Somebody
know
gonna
that,
come after you.
bruh.
Somebody's gonna
I live
come
in
after
Texas. Remember that, people. Remember
you.
that. I'm from Texas, baby.
Yo,
With people in New
so
Orleans, baby.
it does have me a little shook. I'm not gonna lie, has me just a little bit.
Yeah,
So it has me not wanting to jump the gun right now, but I
you're gonna get
still
Game Pass. Get the
want to
value for
play the
your
game.
dollars. I think we'll see a
Exactly.
Game Pass on the Sony side too. While I'm speaking, fuck, they finna
But I
come out with a
mean,
Game Pass over
is
there.
PlayStation now not their version of Game Pass?
You have to stream the games. You can't download them. So Gamer had that service for a little while, man, and it wasn't
It's
hot, bruh.
expensive.
So
That's expensive.
yeah, we'll see, man. So I mean, with that said, man, I'm not gonna hold you no more. We went over a little hour, just me and you again, and shout out to the frauds that didn't join. You goddamn fraud. So I'll let them know, man. I'll let them make it. Onyx probably just got a couple of beers down and eating some chicken wings. And Gamer, who knows? Shout out Gamer. Shout out to Gamer son. What up, boy? Hit me up. I hope that wasn't you that hit
Yeah.
the thumbs down button.
Thumbs
If it
down.
was, you were a fraud, bruh. Shout out to you though, man. We hope to hear back from you soon. Hope everything's well. Coach, we know what he's doing. He's shutting down for the summertime.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, man. We hope to have you boys back next week. Myself, I can't decide. I have to finish Far Cry. But I really want to jump into this Rage, man. Everybody says it's great. I also have that Vanquish downloaded. I should have waited. I shouldn't have bought it from my second favorite store. I should have just waited and got it for my favorite price, free. God damn it! But
Free.
um, I'm gonna
for
go ahead
free.
and probably say I'm gonna finish Far Cry tomorrow. Mama's not feeling that great, so we won't be doing too much running. So I'm gonna try to lock that down, get that shut down, man, and then obviously play a little bit of Rocket League. Get at me. I'm trying to get Diamond. Legend 4, holla at me for the Rocket League fans out there. Shoot me an invite. Show me your skills.
Yeah, I
Yeah, man.
can't do
That,
Rocket
that
League, my dog.
I know you
Man,
can't. I know the
I'm
Rocket League
annoyed
it
with
get
them.
competitive. It get
Yeah,
heated in
that's
that
because
mud.
y'all got so hot. Y'all got so high, man. Like it's like I don't want to play against like damn crazy ass people, man. Y'all got up there as far as like your ranking stuff, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not for that.
We
So
be battling, Tim Wayne. We be battling.
chilling. I'm
Well, I'm
chilling. I'm
battling.
chilling,
I
my
be
brother.
battling. I be battling. I don't know where Gamer Son is. I don't know where Onyx is, but I be battling. So shout out to them,
Yeah.
man. That's gonna be it, man. We'll holler at you boys on Wednesday, man. We appreciate you guys for joining us. Hit us up on Twitter at Tim Wayne at the Real Legend 4.
Know what I'm
Hit
saying?
that like, that subscribe button. Look for more content, and we'll get better. Tim Wayne, leaving with the Sean Adams, man.
Hey, I make sure y'all listening and you listen well. The dreams are free, but that hustle, that's sold separately.
Man, we out.